What time is it? It's K-Pop O'Clock. Hello, I'm Isaac Paul Ludington, certified K-Pop expert.
And I'm Lou, an actual K-Pop expert. Welcome back to K-Pop O'Clock, the show where I show Isaac K-pop music videos and he provides us with insights on the music video, the group, the members. These insights are 100% totally accurate and real. A couple quick disclaimers before we get started. One, there's a chance that I might mispronounce some things, so please be nice to me. And two, I'm trying something new today where I haven't prepared any questions, and I'm just going to have to hope that this works.
Yeah, this is an experimental episode. We do also have a third disclaimer, which is that, in case you are not aware, as of this recording, a lot of Northern California is being affected by wildfires, and it's very bad. I'm stammering like an idiot. I can't do justice to the gravity of this situation. So we've put some GoFundMe links in the the description of this YouTube video. I gotta be honest, I did feel a little bit weird about doing a silly video in these current not silly times, but I know that one of our friends has confided in us that the K-Pop O'Clock videos have been a good way for him to kind of calm down because he had to evacuate his home, and so... sometimes we need silliness.
Sometimes we need K-Pop O'Clock.
Sometimes we need K-Pop O'Clock. We play a vital role in society for all, 31 subscribers to the Dead Professor video channel?
Yep.
We play a undeniably vital role in all of your lives. Whether you know it or not. We are very important.
Okay.
But yes, links are in the description. Do what you can to help.
Yes. Now, today, we will be watching Young and Free by Mark and Xiumin.
Young and free, young and free, young and free,
Young and Free.
Young and Free. Now...
Sounds like every, pop-punk emo song vibe.
I can tell you that it sounds nothing like that. So, this is a collaboration between a member of NCT and a member of EXO. What brought about this collab?
Well, so, what brought about this collab was, EXO, which, as you may have seen from one of our previous videos, contains entirely young men with superpowers, was going off to, fight, a giant squid in the middle of the Pacific Ocean, except for Xiumin, who had sprained his wrist. And so Xiumin had nothing, Xiumin was kind of stuck just in South Korea with nothing better to do, and he's friends with Mark from NCT. And so he was like, hey, you want to do a song? And did a song. They did a song.
Yeah.
They did a music.
So, Young and Free. Tell me about that.
Ain't that just how it is?
Yep.
Yeah, so Young and Free is a song about being young and free. And it was written by Xiumin, who who was kind of reminiscing about his life before his powers came into existence, and he, was brought into EXO to be part of the superpowered K-pop group. Just being young and being free, it's a song about being a young person before you discover you have superpowers.
Lovely.
And Mark's
Lovely.
just there.
And Mark is just there, but we love him anyways.
We do. Is he the one who's winking in our things?
Yes, he
right.
is.
Yes.
Yes, that is our dear friend, Mark Lee.
Yes.
So, can you just kind of tell me what this video is about? Like, what story the music video tells?
Yes, well, as with everything in the world of K-pop, which I know about because I'm an expert, it's metaphors. Everything is metaphors. So, the story in this video is kind of a metaphorical representation of... It's almost a coming-of-age story in a way, except, obviously it's not your usual coming-of-age story, because usually it's like, oh no, I've grown up, but in this case it's, oh no, now I have superpowers.
Right. So, which one of them is sort of showing the... Like, which one of them is the one coming of age in this video?
It's actually Mark. They pulled the old switcheroo, because it's Mark pretending to be Xiumin.
Oh, pretending.
And Xiumin's pretending to be Mark.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they pulled the old switcheroony.
Okay, and now we're gonna pause for a minute because I have a hair in my mouth. That was definitely a cat hair.
What if I just didn't edit that out?
So, when we see Mark in this, is it actually Xiumin, or are they just, like, mimicking each other's characteristics?
They're just mimicking each other's characteristics. No, it's not like a weird, like, everybody's wearing a mask situation.
Okay.
That's too weird.
Okay.
Because BTS had cornered the market on weird when they did the Blood, Sweat, and Tears thing, and so everybody, all the other K-pop groups were like, well, I guess we can't be weird for a couple of months.
Okay. Are you ready to watch this?
I am.
Here we go. Young and free.
Young and free.
Yeah.
Now, what does Mark, peeking his head out from a curtain, what does that symbolize?
What does it symbolize? Sort of like the, when you're a child and...
No, I've never been a child.
Okay, well, right. I've been a child. And when you're a child, sometimes you want to be an adult. You want to live in the world of adults. And so this is sort of like he's peeking behind the curtain, like that separates childhood and adulthood very eagerly. He's about to be very disappointed.
Okay.
Let's go right now. 오늘은 young and free. Breathing got my heel flipping 바람 부듯이 어깨를 양쪽 쇠하며 맞춘 걸음걸이 가볍게 입고 나와 붕들 것처럼 마련 이 위치에서 숨쉬는 산소보다가 달라 너 원하는 어디든 going drive 저 떠오르는 곳.
So,
This is...
what does him just hearing Xiumin's voice and not seeing Xiumin, like, what does that represent? Also, you are sitting too far away from me, and I'm scared that this is gonna fall out.
Okay, cool. Right. What does that represent? That's a good question. Well, it doesn't actually represent anything. It's just that Mark was not expecting that. Like, Xiumin was... He thought that Xiumin was going to appear later in the video, and did not realize that Xiumin was just there, waiting. And so that's him genuinely being surprised by Xiumin's presence.
Wow. Wow. The more you know.
And you know I want like dancing on the night. 보여줄게 따라 해봐 들어같이 봐.
So, I don't even know where to start at this point. So can you tell me a little bit about the setting that they're in right now?
Yeah, so it's sort of like a studio setting. You know, they made you think it was a theater, but psych, it's a studio with just one red curtain in the middle of it.
Mm-hmm.
And this is kind of like, there's this whole motif of like, you know, illusions in a way in this video. Of like you thinking something is one thing and then it turning out to be another. Kind of like when you grow up and are disappointed.
Okay. So what does Mark not being able to dance in any way, shape, or form, like, what is that?
That's Mark making fun of Xiumin.
Oh, okay. Does he think Xiumin can't dance?
Yes, he does.
Okay. So is that Xiumin trying to prove him wrong?
Mm-hmm. Yes. But as Mark. So.
Yeah. Man, this is confusing.
Yeah.
I would just like to pause and say that part always looks so wrong to me.
Well, yeah.
The first time that I saw this, I went, okay.
Well, I'm gonna tell you a secret. It's supposed to look like that.
Why?
Just cause, you know, Mark and Xiumin, when they get together, they have this very dirty sense of humor.
I
And
see.
so, like, part of this video is telling a story, but part of this video is also just the two of them just goofing off together. Like, basically, they just kind of put a camera in a room and told Mark and Xiumin, like, they gave them a vibe and kind of a general arc, but then they just kind of went wild.
That's so valid.
Digital, all in control. Connected dots, the difference spots 그려지는 대로. 세상 넓어져 발음을 하기 더 어려운 곳에 가져 우린 가장 많은 게 time girl. 가로막힌 뻔한 도시와 손 흔들어 goodbye 날 찾지 마. 지금은 주는 네 기분을.
So why did they choose to have a, like, forest backdrop right there?
Well, here's a fun fact about Xiumin. He was raised in the forest. He just was, like, in a very remote part of forest, away from civilization, was where he was raised for most of his life. But then he got superpowers and his parents were like, "Aight, time to send you to the city." As you do.
Yes. Take notes, parents.
Yeah.
They're just
우린 뛰어서 갈 거야 might even get the hiccups.
Why is there just a door there?
Well, they're about to go into a different room. But room in air quotes.
Yeah.
Because this is a studio and there's no actual rooms. But, yeah. So they're about to go into a different room. And I'll elaborate on it more when they get into the...
Yes.
가벼운 마음으로 이 길을 나서 You and me 끝없는 고민은 내려놓고 Everyday 한 번이 삶이 더 빛나도록
So, it's a school that they're in. And Xiumin as Mark is helping Mark as Xiumin get ready for
Now I'm curious. Why? Now I know that it's Xiumin helping Mark, but he's Xiumin as Mark,
helping Mark as Xiumin.
as Xiumin. Now Mark is somewhere around 10 years younger than Xiumin. Why would Mark be helping Xiumin get ready for school?
Well, let me tell you. Here's the thing. So, when Xiumin was sent into the city, because he was raised in the forest, he had no education whatsoever, and so he attended elementary school with Mark, despite being significantly older.
Is that how they became friends?
Yes.
Oh, wow. I had no idea.
A bunch of, the little green tea particles have collected at the bottom of this glass. And I'm a bit scared to...
Yummy.
Yeah.
Anyways. Why'd he eat the backpack?
Well, because Xiumin did not attend school for very long. Because partway through elementary school, in about the second grade or so, he was spotted by a talent scout, which is how he became part of EXO. Also, there was an old-timey photo camera, photograph machine. There's an old-timey camera because it was school picture day when the talent scout was like, hey!
Did the talent scout just roll up to an elementary school?
Well, he heard... So, the talent scouts normally do this at high schools, but because Xiumin was about, high school age, he, normally they're just like, I'm looking for beautiful young men who can sing and dance. And it turned out there was one beautiful young man who was attending an elementary school. And so the talent scout was like, all right, I'll just take a look. And then he shows up there, and it turns out this beautiful young man is a beautiful young man with superpowers. And he's like, hey, EXO is being made as we speak. You want to join SM?
Solid. Sounds like a totally
normal time.
Normal. Yep. Anyways.
Having a normal one.
Yep.
매 순간을 질투고 잊어봐 꿈을 꾸듯이 엉켜버릴 시간이 없어 living young and free.
Did the aspect ratio just change?
I think it may have.
Also, the coaster is stuck to this cup.
That's fun. So I'm curious. I'm just gonna ask this the dance like symbolize anything, or is it just a dance?
Well, it's just a dance, but it does show that Mark as Xiumin has actually learned to dance.
Oh, solid.
So yeah. Yeah.
Yes, and I have a question now. What does this ending mean?
Well, it's another little illusion game. You know, it's like, so this is the forest where Xiumin grew up. But, what the thing about this is like, it's another metaphor for, like, coming of age and becoming adult, is like, you think you know what's going on, but suddenly you're in a completely unfamiliar world. It's like that.
Solid.
I've been making fun of, like, becoming an adult, but like, I don't actually think it's bad. I turned 18 this year, and it has been very awesome.
So, how do you feel like the vibe of this video was portrayed? Do you feel like it was... Did you get the good vibes from it?
I got excellent vibes from this video. Like, you know, it is a very serious thing, like the process of, you know, turning from a boy to a superpower K-pop idol. But I feel like at the same time, like, it's two guys who are chums just kind of goofing off. And that's fun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think that's wonderful. And so when you have just sort of that aspect, like, you feel good. You feel good watching it.
Do you feel as though they were young and free?
Well, the interesting thing about that is, I feel like they are young, but when you're inside of a studio, I feel like the aspect of being free is, you know, it's not really there. Yeah. And also, like, you know, when you get into sort of, like, philosophical aspects of being actually young and free, like, you know, you start to wonder about the fact that, like, why have we as a society emphasized youth above all else as in, like, an ideal? You know?
Isaac, the intensity of your eyes is scaring me just a little.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's an intense subject, you know? Like, we have decided that being young is important more so than, like, living a fulfilling life. Which is a bit of an odd thing. So, nobody is truly young and free. If you think that youth is the important thing, that the youth you are living through is, like, the biggest, most important ideal, you are not free. You are trapped in a prison of your own making.
Well, great.
Why are you doing math on my computer?
Sorry, I'm trying to remember how old Mark Lee was when this video came out. Okay, he was... That's what I was trying to figure out just how young our young and free friend was. He was 17.
He was 17, okay.
Wee Bab.
Wee Bab.
Yes.
Yes.
Fun fact, Young and Free is the first video that I ever saw with an NCT member in it.
Oh, neat.
That's the whole reason that I started listening to NCT. Also, because my best friend forced me to learn all their names and bullied me into listening to them, which I thank her very much for. But, yeah. This has been another episode of K-Pop O'Clock.
Yes, thank you for continuing to tolerate us.
Yes.
Yeah,
Stay safe.
stay safe, stay cool, stay radical, and, do
I'm
not,
trying to think of something else to say.
do not put youth, the state of being young, over all other things, because you will miss out on your life.
But stay young and free.
Stay young and stay young and free. I just drank the last dregs. Oh no.
No.
Oh no.
You want some water?
Yeah.
I'll get
That
you
might
some
be
water.
nice. Oh.
Let me get you some water. Do you need a cup?
I need a new cup.
You need a new cup?
I need a new cup.
Here, I'm getting you a new cup.
Thank you.